Sure. My name's Kerik Genness. I own mixedmartialarts.com. I grabbed that URL about 14 years ago when I think a lot of people didn't even know what was the internet. It's one of the largest sites in the sport. I'm also the official records keeper for mixed martial arts. I've got a 5-year contract with the Association of Boxing Commissions to keep all the suspension information, wins and losses. And basically we're here to promote the site and to promote the stats.
What's the funniest thing you see on your message board?
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. The funniest thing I've ever seen on the message board, I can't use any names, but a well-known promoter posted topless images of his girlfriend, and she ended up being 17. And I thought I was going to do time for putting up underage images. So that's probably the most frantic I ever got. Deleting all those pictures. That's definitely probably that's up there with craziest.
What's it like covering the sport of mixed martial arts online?
Basically, the state the sport's at right now is a dream come true for me. The sport was real tiny, real reviled for a long time. And basically, I thought it was going to disappear. I thought the UFC might go under, and things would just have to get built up from the bottom up over 30 years. But Dana White turned things around, and now it's got a huge top-down effect, and I couldn't be happier.
Can you list off some of the fighters and personalities in MMA that post on your message board?
I think a good half of the top fighters in the sport have been on there at some point or other. Probably the biggest response we ever got was, the two biggest responses we get are from Royce Gracie and Randy Couture. Royce comes on at pretty regular intervals. Randy came last year, and it was a really terrific response. Probably the two favorite fighters on the board are Jason Mayhem Miller, whose absolutely unique personality comes through perfectly on the internet. And I'd say Phil Baroni went from being one of the most hated guys on the board to one of the most beloved.
Do you have another funny story you can tell us about the message board?
Probably all the best ones you can't repeat in public.
Is there anybody on the board you just totally dislike, you want to ban, but you can't?
Nah, I love all the guys on the board, and the girls too. The message board is, without all the people there, it's not compelling. It's just a bunch of ones and zeros, a bunch of empty codes. So I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful to everybody that posts on the board. The ones that drive me crazy and the ones that make me happy, and everybody in between. I'm grateful to all of you.
Do you ever have to ban anybody?
I've probably banned 5,000 screen names from the board. At least 5,000, 5 to 10,000 screen names in the last 10 years. It's probably the same 30 guys recycling thousands of names, but yeah, people do have to get banned pretty regularly.
And how did the website blow up? Like, what period of time? Was it when Ultimate Fighter went on TV? Was there a certain point that it just got really big?
It's been a long, steady growth from, we started, I believe, in 1997 with a site called The Sport of NHB Fighting, or The Art of NHB Fighting on AOL. It was one of those free AOL sites. And when that got up to 400, we wrote a book called, David Roy and I wrote a book called The Fighter's Notebooks. Every day we'd put up a new technique from The Fighter's Notebook. And we put those on our free AOL site. And when that got up to about 400 people a day showing up, we were like, oh my God, there's other people out here besides us that are interested in this new sport. Then we released submissionfighting.com, as I said, over 10 years ago, and it's been long, steady growth.
What training have you done? Have you been in any fights?
Yeah, I still compete modestly. I had 2 MMA fights in 2006. I had none last year, none this year. I had a couple more fights in me. Did a couple of grappling matches this year. I've done martial arts pretty much every day of my life since 72 or 73. So again, it's been a long road to hoe.
Do you have a joke you can tell us?
Where do elves keep their armies?
Where?
Up their sleeveys. Sorry.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.